Hello, and you're watching an SEO Content Machine Next changelog video for the month of May 2021. As always, you can view the changes at any time by clicking on the changelog link. A lot of new changes have been added for the writing assistant, in particular for this month. For example, you now have a dedicated text box for you to change the name of the task. Going back to the writing component, when you are adding sentences into your article, the tracking of what you've used is now saved. So if I was to click out and then click back into my article again, you'll notice that it's actually remembered which sentences I have used. If I want to reset this tracking, there is a button now that says Reset Use Content Tracking. I just click on that and you'll notice that the strike-throughs have been removed. Going over to the left-hand side, the primary or first keyword that you put in the keyword list now appears above the complete your article section. That way you have an idea of what your keyword is and what kind of article you should be writing. If I go to the keyword list now, there is the ability to sort the keywords. By default, your keywords are sorted by the most number of times used in your article. I've used cat 3, but time 0 times in the article. I can now sort my keywords alphabetically as well. So here my keywords are now all in an alphabetical order. If I want to return back, I just click on the other icon, which goes back to sorting all my keywords by their usage count. At the very top of the writing interface, you now have two additional buttons. One is a rewriter, which allows you to spin all the content on that page using a spinner. You also have easy access also to the translator. If I click on translate, I'm going to get the drop down to select a translator to translate my content. If you are a mass article creator user, inside the content inserts for the page redirect tool, instead of being able to only insert a redirect to one page, you now have the option of inserting multiple URLs that you want the redirect to go to. That way, when this page redirect runs and it's being inserted into your article, you'll select one URL to forward a visitor to, instead of just being stuck with one URL for all page redirects. Finally, a feature addition to the dynamic web page scraper. So I'm going to click on a task I previously set up. So once you have selected an element, so for example, I'm going to select this block here, and I'm going to flip it over to outer HTML, so it returns all the HTML that it's found. You'll notice that underneath the element lists, you now have 3 additional text boxes. So these text boxes allow you to remove items that have been selected, and you have 3 options. The first option is to remove by a HTML tag. The second option is to remove by an ID, and the final is to remove by a CSS class. So as you can see in this outer HTML, and I'm going to go down to the macro code here and update it so you can see the entire HTML has been returned. So let's say in this example, I want to remove this style tag that's been returned into my content. So if I go to HTML tag removal and I type in style, and then I scroll back down, you notice that the style tag has now been removed. Similarly, if I am going through this list and I'm seeing that, oh wait, this table has a class of info box, maybe I don't want that. Any table or any element to have info box as a class name, I can paste that in here. And of course, this has to be properly formatted CSS selectors. And if I scroll back down, you notice that previously where I had that table with that class, it's been removed. To give you another example, I'm seeing these SUP tags, and you notice that they all have the class reference. Now, if I wanted to remove this, I could use tag SUP, or I could use class reference. Copy that. Now I'm going to press dot and paste it. If I scroll down, you notice that all those SUP tags have been removed and have been removed by selecting them by class. So here's a very powerful way for you to just grab all the content you want and then filter it down to remove things that you don't need. If you have any questions about anything that's been presented today, feel free to ask in the comment section below. You can always email me anytime, info@seocontentmachine.com.